Well, I like the historical echoes, because until the 1500s, whilst Westminster has always been a centre of power, Parliament wasn't in a permanent place. Parliament was wherever the King was. And so Parliament over time met in York and Northampton and Salisbury and places like that. Winchester, you know, there's lots of historical places and echoes that one could go to. And York being a beautiful historic town, that might be where I thought of at first, rather than Stoke, although I'm sure claims could be made for different venues. The trouble is going to be that the first thing that members of Parliament think of, and I mean this with all the greatest respect to people who go into public life wanting to do good, the first instinct is always to think about what does it mean for MPs. And the reason I say that is that the parliamentary report into moving Parliament out, or decanting it, said the most important thing is trying to ensure that members of Parliament don't have terms which never see Westminster. They don't have time within the palace. I think that's looking down the wrong end of the telescope. And if you're lucky enough to be elected as a Member of Parliament in our country, you should go wherever we tell you Parliament is. Now, there are lots of reasons one might think that if you can, we should try and keep Parliament in Westminster, not least because of all the money and all the effort that's been spent on keeping it secure. Safety's got to be a top priority for our modern parliamentarians. Not only have members of Parliament been killed in recent memory, but policemen defending the House of Commons have been killed in recent memory. So the extra hardware and the extra procedures that are in place to protect Westminster mean that I can see why it would be difficult to decant out. What we shouldn't do is look down the lens of, wouldn't you rather, if you're an MP, be in Westminster because that's the nice traditional experience.